So when I first decided that I wanted to quit my job, it was out of anger, right? And it wasn't from like a centered place. I realized I was at a crossroads in my life. And there were kind of two paths I could go on. One is I could really just double down on the career route and say, look, I'm gonna make this work. This may not be the right job for me where I'm gonna move up, but I'm gonna double down the career route. I still believe that I can make it work. It's just, this is the wrong job. And the other route was that the only person who could actually pay me what I'm worth is myself, and I need to be an entrepreneur. And what helped me make that decision was I kind of projected into the future for each of these routes. I said, if I take route A, where will I be in 1, 2, 5, 10, and 25 years? And I just kind of imagined where my life would go in each of these routes. And what I realized was that if I took route A and I allowed others to determine my own worth for the rest of my life, that I would never accomplish my dreams, I'd never accomplish my goals, I'd never be given the freedom to experience life in the way I wanted to experience, and I'd be constricted to living and working and even dating and marrying people who were convenient but not actually people I truly connected with on a heart or soul level. I cried thinking about this going down route A, which was working a job for the rest of my life, because I realized that it was so easy, that this was such a realistic scenario for me to actually do. It was not crazy to think that this could be my life and I could always be living on somebody else's terms. You know, but it's so easy to fall into that trap. It freaked the hell out of me. I feel very fortunate to this day that I am not on that path. Whereas I realized route B was scary. Being an entrepreneur and defining my own sense of self-worth, it was scary. But I realized I would live a life of regrets, of constriction, of being on somebody else's term, of being a comfortable slave if I allowed my sense of self-worth and my worth to be determined by somebody else. And at that moment, I made a decision that I can determine my own happiness. I can determine my own freedom. I can determine what I get from this life. Then the decision was my own. So when I had made the decision not to quit my job, it did not come from fear anymore, but it came from a sense of really knowing myself and knowing where I needed to be.